When I say the word prostitute, what comes to mind? Sinner, filthy, unwanted, beautiful. Prostitutes are often disregarded, but there are entire populations of them in every country begging to be free from the life that they found themselves living. One such country is Rwanda. The prostitutes in Rwanda are poorer than poor. Today I'm going to talk to you about the need for someone to minister to prostitutes, solutions that are already in action, and the importance of serving and loving prostitutes. When you see this picture of Josiane, would you believe that she is a prostitute? She is, actually. I've had the privilege of working with Josiane, and she's a beautiful, beautiful woman. So full of joy. I think often prostitutes have the common misconception that they're sad, that they are dirty, that they don't have a reason to smile. But Josiane has found so much joy in the Lord and in this lifestyle as she's been working to recover from prostitution. The reality is that prostitutes are shunned from society in Rwanda, and they don't have a hope of ever leaving this life. It's illegal to be a prostitute, but many police officers will forgive them of being a prostitute if they then have sexual favors for the police officer. Rwandan prostitutes usually only sell themselves for about 50 cents. They are uneducated, both academically and socially, emotionally, physically. They really know nothing. So even if they were to have a job opportunity, they have no skills. There's no way that they will ever be able to be anything but a prostitute. Many Rwandan prostitutes have countless children, and they don't have a husband. And so they have food for themselves and for their kids, and they have a house to pay for, rent. It's just a mess that they found themselves living in. According to Shalom Africa, prostitution in Rwanda is not caused by drug addiction or a quest for quick wealth. It's caused because young women are forcibly turning to prostitution as a desperate means for survival. They see it as the only way that they can put a little bit of food on the table, even if it's only temporary. Fortunately, cooperatives are already coming up with a solution to end this problem of prostitution. More Than Sparrows is one such sewing cooperative that works to help women recover from prostitution. More Than Sparrows is made up of 33 women who have all signed a contract and agreed to leave the life of prostitution. They do things like embroidery and hand stitching. Their signature object is a sparrow. That is from the verse in Matthew talking about how God cares for us more than sparrows. They also make necklaces and things out of paper beads, like this necklace. Art is a really great way to minister to others. Yes, prostitutes need a house and food and money, but teaching them a skill will not only help with their income, it will help with their healing. Mimi Wilson is the one who started More Than Sparrows 8 years ago, and she said, "Women heal better when they can create beauty." I think it's a common misconception that people in third world countries only need to be healed in a way that will have them with a stable house and a stable job, and if we can come over to help them and get them up on their feet, then they're going to be fine, as long as they are having some income. But if they can actually be taught a skill, like a hobby or a passion, we're doing so much more for them in the long run. Annie Phillips, who is someone that works with More Than Sparrows on the state side, says that these women from More Than Sparrows are worth our time and our financial investment and the best of our creative energies. We love them because God first loved us. Prostitutes do not need someone who can build houses for them and fix their problems. They need someone who can come alongside them and love them and meet them where they are. Here are a couple more ladies that make up the sewing cooperative. As you can see, they just exude so much joy in their lives, but each of them is so broken and has such a horrendous story. You should consider moving to Rwanda or getting involved with prostitution ministries, because they are a forgotten people and they deserve someone to invest in them. Maybe you don't have the ability to teach them how to sew or to make necklaces, but maybe you can teach them how to paint or play an instrument, or whatever skill that God has given you, you can then share it with others. I think it is also important to note that Jesus highlights prostitutes very often throughout the Bible. There was a prostitute in his genealogy. Many times throughout the Gospels, there are stories of prostitutes, and even when he talks about whoever is not the sinner, let him be the one to cast the first stone, and nobody is able to throw the stone. It's important to remember that prostitutes are not any more of a sinner than we are. We are all equally sinners. We are all equally lost and broken. And if we think that we would want somebody to come and help us get back up on our feet after making many mistakes, we should also do it for them. There is a need for someone to faithfully commit himself or herself to prostitutes in Rwanda. There are small solutions and organizations that have been established, but missionaries are generally short-term, leaving the recovering prostitutes with even more instability because they're in for 1 year and out the next year. There is a great need for someone to come for 3 or 4 years and really invest in these women's lives and help them learn stability and learn what it means to be godly women and care for their children. And there's so much that they have to learn and so many ways that they need to heal. You should consider ways to support the recovering prostitute ministry and community in Rwanda. Thank you.